Winners don't use drugs.
And we're live. We're live. I turned 43 today, everybody.
Happy birthday!
On my birthday. I watched one of the worst goddamn movies I've ever seen as a movie viewer on my birthday. For a movie that's public domain that I got shut down for showing. Last year. I'd say it was March of last year. But anyway.
I think YouTube shut you down for a crime against humanity for showing that movie.
Maybe. But they didn't. But when they gave me the terms of why they shut me down, it didn't say crime against humanity. It didn't say. If they would have said that, I would have understood.
Oh, look at that!
Down for scams and deceptive practices. And yeah, George Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh.
How you doing,
George? George Lucas.
How's your scrotum not holding up, George Lucas? Oh, look, Darius is here too. What's up, Darius?
He's everywhere.
Hey, Darius, how you doing? Yeah, Darius was watching this on 2 different devices while he was chilling on his phone and the laptop before we started.
Right.
Watching one of the
because one viewing isn't enough.
We were watching one of the worst movies ever. Jesus fucking H Christ.
I think this is the 5th movie that I've watched with you on this channel, and it by far has to be the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But go around the round table. Darius, hello. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
For these shitty movies.
Every week.
Tommy. How you doing, Tommy?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How you doing on your birthday, buddy?
Chilling. Watching shitty
I don't understand why you subjected yourself to this kind of torture on your birthday.
Yeah, I kind of made my birthday worse by watching.
I'll tell you what. It probably would have been easier if you just kicked yourself in the balls. It would have been cleaner.
Taken a drill and put it in the side of my fucking head. Carol, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And she has the sport.
I am the sport.
And she's Carol Slaughter cookies tonight.
Slaughter.
I was in the movie.
Yep.
Made
the character in the movie.
Fucking horrendous movie.
It was fabulous. What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't.
I will say that John Dillard is better looking than every man in that movie.
Wait,
no homo.
Is that the
no
okay?
Our friend Dillard.
You didn't see the chart.
But thanks for being here, everybody. Oh my god, I'm sorry I put you guys through this movie because I was expecting better from it. I was expecting at least a little bit more gallons of ketchup and Hawaiian punch, whatever they wanted to use for what they were trying to play with the murder.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more drilling and killing.
Yeah.
This is the biggest blue ball movie experience since The Exterminator.
Hello, Moira. How you doing?
Moira. Yeah, Moira.
You to watch the shitty movie with us.
Yeah, the kitty sense went off.
You have the link if you want to come through anyway. Because this ain't going to be about just, I have other subjects to talk about other than the shitty movie, and we'll probably go into, more about those than this shitty movie. So, Darius, get us started with this shitty movie.
So, the acting was all terrible. And I became convinced early on in the film that none of...
Wow, this movie had great acting and great line reading.
None of them were professional actors. They were probably just regular people, except for the one chick that looked like Catherine Zeta-Jones. I thought she was probably a model, but this was still her first acting gig. And after looking the movie up on IMDb, I confirmed none of these actors, quote unquote, had done any other films except Abel Ferrara, the lead actor and writer and director who made a couple of good movies in his career.
Yes, he did. He made King of New York with Christopher Walken, Lawrence Fishburne, a bunch of other people were in it. David Caruso. Yeah, I don't like David Caruso, but he was in the movie. He also made Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel. All right, Bad Lieutenant.
Harvey Keitel's schlong.
Yes, Bad Lieutenant is Bad Lieutenant is the type of movie like you need a shower after you watch that movie. It's so scummy. Oh my god, the shit that goes on in that movie is fucking like to see it. It's like ugh.
And that's kind of Ferrara's trademark. It's just like it's described as like gritty, like a gritty realism, but yeah, just scummy, like
well, also he's
street
a
urchins.
He's a New Yorker, so everyone like that was a filmmaker from New York seemed to like try to cling on to the scummy New York element as opposed to like going outside of what they know. Like, like say Abel Ferrara wouldn't be able to make a movie about, say, a couple out in Nebraska, right?
No.
A married couple, a family out in Nebraska. No, he needs to make it about some scummy New Yorker.
And he's not just a New Yorker. More specifically, he's from the Bronx.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, he's from my neck of the woods.
What it is when these guys are going out and making these type of films, I mean, sometimes they load them up properly, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're trying to capture that subway feeling, that subway you get when you go down into the Bronx. That's what they're trying to get. Personally, I never put my finger on the trigger of any of those things, and I usually stay away from it, and somebody else winds up taking it, and I take the fall for it. But that's neither here nor there. This was an amazing film. I don't know what these guys are talking about. It's probably the best one I've ever seen shot, and I hope to see this happen again.
Oh, speaking of which, all of these non-actors in the movie seemed high the entire time.
Yeah, especially the girl who lived in the apartment with him.
Well, and that's what's actually in that's in the description too, that she's supposed to be a high drug addict.
Well, pretty much everyone seemed to be, or even though our main character, we didn't see him doing anything. Like he wasn't using any substances. Like, did we even see him smoking a cigarette?
He didn't do much besides make funny faces.
Yeah, Ronnie Dio, he had a few good scenes in there.
Yeah, there we go. The Ronnie James Dio of this movie. He didn't seem to. I mean, okay, they brought that shitty band. Oh my god, that shitty band. I think I could go on about half an hour about that shitty band, but I won't do that because I don't want to waste too much of my breath.
There he is. Look at that face.
Looks like the Night Stalker.
Yeah, he's a guy.
It's the face only Satan could love.
Yeah. He's not even a rainbow in the dark. This movie was all just like mud in the dark.
Mud in the dark.
Well, all right, for maybe like the first, 26 to 30 minutes that he was wearing the same exact denim shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
With like the top 3 buttons undone.
Yeah, and he briefly wore a leather jacket to go outside, over the denim shirt. And is it just me, or did they film this entire movie in real New York apartments with no locks on the doors?
Probably. You know what? All right, just go ahead and keep talking because I want to see a budget box office comparison. If this I can't believe this would be released in a fucking theater, But just go ahead. Just
Well, I don't know what was the equivalency of about 2 books of food stamps back then.
That's what they used to pay for the movie.
how many food stamps did this make in the box office?
Yeah, they couldn't even afford drug props for a movie with a junkie in it. You know, they had a bottle of Bayer aspirin, and there's actually a shot where the character pulls a pair of jeans out of the trash like it's a normal thing to do.
All right. Also, where he lives with these 2 girls. He lives with one girl who looks like Catherine Zeta-Jones, and the other one who looks like the fucking Gelsing girl from The Dark Crystal.
Right. So it starts like Reefer Madness.
And they're sitting there watching TV one night, and Catherine Zeta-Jones picks up a 1979 issue 2-liter of Coca-Cola and starts drinking out of it. You could see the Coca-Cola swirl. So, some of these companies actually let them get away with showing their. I doubt they got paid for it, but some of these companies let them get away with showing their logos.
Sure, they regret that now.
I'm sure they thought nobody was ever going to watch us.
And according to Wikipedia, there is no box office or budget. So let me check on IMDb. I'll check on IMDb. It's probably going to be the exact same.
Did they explain that giant bunny?
No. That was a cameo by Deej Odyssey.
Wait,
It would have been what, like 5 at the time?
Are you talking about the skinned bunny?
No.
Giant bunny
In the head?
in the doorway?
Yeah, when he was like hallucinating like 2/3 of the way through the movie, there's like someone in the doorway wearing a bunny head.
Deej is in the
Okay,
chat.
I also had to take a piss, so I might have missed that.
Is he?
Yeah.
Perfect timing. Yes, it was him. Yes.
Yes.
Well, Deej, don't watch this movie, but if you do, you'll see what we're talking about.
You have an IMDb credit for that movie.
I'm pretty sure that everybody that starred in this movie probably got the Caddyshack treatment. There'll be no money in it, but in the end,
some of these
when
people,
you're on your deathbed, you will receive total consciousness.
all right, some of the. Oh, hey, Furry Kitten, how you doing, Furry Kitten?
Morning, Furry Kitten.
I don't know. I swear, some of these people, from the looks on their faces, were paid in cocaine.
Yeah, well, the chick with the hairdo, like Jareth from Labyrinth, looked like she was in cocaine withdrawal the entire time. So they probably just paid her in cocaine after the shot was over.
I don't think that they spent that much money. I think they probably gave him something cheap like Splenda.
Crocodile.
Yeah, she had a haircut like first album version of Bon Jovi. Yes. She had.
Deej says he could prove it. He says he could prove that was him in the movie. Yeah, that bunny was never explained. It comes across as just like a mad hallucination, and it's not preceded or followed by any other shots of a man in a bunny head. So it's just a random thing among many random things that happen in this movie.
Could the bunny have been a prelude to the dead rabbit?
There you go, Deej.
I think it came after the dead rabbit.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so maybe that's why he's hallucinating the rabbit, because he already, flipped out over the dead rabbit.
I put the link in the StreamYard for you, Deej. The StreamYard link in the chat for you.
Grow up, Deej.
A lot of time in this movie was wasted. I'm just going to say that. There he is. Yeah, that guy was in the movie.
Ah, Deej.
That was you.
It's part of a hallucination when Abel Ferrara was losing his mind. Yeah, just picture that, but with like magenta lighting, standing in a doorway.
Oh my god.
So, Deej, since you were in this movie, you're a fan of it, huh?
Sorry to hear that.
No way was it Deej, because if it was Deej, he would have stood in the doorway and did the truffle shuffle. I know it.
Oh no.
That would have
See,
made the movie better.
See, it's the magic words. You got to just know what to say to Deej.
So, was it implied that he was an insomniac and that he was going crazy because he wasn't sleeping? Because oh yeah, there was a little bit of that in the movie too. Yeah. Because there's a band. I try to describe these movies in chronological order, but throughout the entire movie, there's a band that's always playing, and I think it's supposed to be keeping him awake every night.
Fuck that band. Fuck that band.
Oh, they're terrible.
That lead singer. We see the band is so terrible that the lead singer is still going on while the rest of the band is passed out in the studio.
Yeah, you even said he's addicted to the music.
Yeah, he's a dick. All right.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a bunny hallucination.
So did I miss the most important part of the movie? Well, I had to take a piss because I was getting annoyed about this shit.
No, you just missed a dream sequence where the character's actually asleep, but he's dreaming that he's bathing in blood while holding a drill.
But what are those? But that dream sequence where he was bathing in blood, like it looked like he was cowering in the corner, and it looked like blood was splashing on him. I saw that.
Yeah. He was just standing against the wall, smiling. The only time in the movie you see him smiling in the dream, and he's just getting splattered with blood and holding a drill, not drilling anything, just holding the drill, bathing in blood.
Driller killer.
And it was a dream.
How many times did he use the fucking drill in the movie?
If you include the beginning of the movie where he's drilling a hole in a door, 4 times, I think.
You really drilled that door pretty good.
Yeah. If you don't include that, and I'm including at the very end, right before the credits roll, where it's in total blackness and you hear the drill.
The description in the movie, it said, all right, so we did see a fucked up version of the movie. Although I don't know how much of an improvement the regular version would have improved it. Tommy, what did you say that you said we missed things from the copy that we watched, right?
Yeah, they said that there was a whole sequence of events where he was going through the streets killing a bunch of homeless people.
Is that true?
That's what it says on the movie pages, yeah. He goes out and he kills a bunch of homeless people.
I thought you were just theorizing about that.
He's the first homeless guy he comes up to and wakes up before there's someone getting chased down the street. Maybe he was supposed to have killed that guy.
The Morgan Freeman looking hobo?
Yep.
Maybe. I didn't see him kill that guy.
Hello, Brian.
Brian.
He didn't kill that guy. That was just the first guy he was thinking about. The first one was the one that he caught sleeping, according to the movie script page. And then after that, he gets irritated by the band playing, and then he runs out and he kills a bunch more transient people.
Oh, what? Well, why'd they edit all that out?
According to that, he spends the entire night killing transients. So that entire section of the movie where it was frozen on that one guy's face from the band, that was supposed to be him running around the streets killing people.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Deej, say something. I don't like you wearing these fucking helmets, just nodding and not saying anything. It's very creepy.
I thought they just paused the tape and left the room.
I was going for creep factor. What are you talking about? It's better than me coming up here going, "Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Thank you.
to you.
You don't have to keep
Happy
saying.
birthday, dear Slasher. Happy birthday to you." Hey, at least you get the version without the pink bunny outfit.
You better be careful, Slasher. He's underneath you singing that. He might be looking up your icon.
Happy birthday to you. All right, that's all you're gonna get. But okay, so yeah, and Brian even says if we saw an edited version, of course we're gonna think it sucks. I mean, it's hard to imagine that sequence would save the movie as bad as the rest of the movie was. It's because it was very slow. But
That band ruined this movie for me.
I tell you what, it harkens back to Cocaine Ninjas and the wonderful music that was in that movie.
No, you know what? It
Nothing
doesn't.
is better than Cocaine Ninjas.
The band in that movie, you know what? At least the parts where the band was playing in that movie, at least I liked it. Not in this movie.
Actually, kind of like the band in that movie.
Yes, absolutely correct. It got banned in the UK. I was reading that as well.
It was called the Video Nasty.
This movie was that bad?
It was. It was labeled one of the UK's Video Nasties. Because of a picture on the cover where it was him drilling someone.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the only reason.
We saw it a pretty brutal drilling. You know, the first time he actually uses it on somebody in the street.
Well, the version we saw of it.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. He's just drilling the guy and it's blood splattering.
That was not blood splattering. That was pouring blood. That wasn't even. It was so not realistic.
Well, yeah,
that was like a box of Hawaiian Punch that was spraying all over the place.
It was disgusting. All runny and cupid. Ugh. And then there was
that was just Ronnie thinking about. I was going to say that's just Ronnie thinking about what he wanted to do later on in his satanic videos.
RJD.
Yeah.
He did look like Ronnie James Dio. He really did.
Yeah, he did.
But his descent into madness, was it all caused because of the band?
I don't know. It seemed like it was almost kind of implied that he wasn't getting sleep because the band was always playing. I mean, the band didn't really have any essential characters. They were just always playing their terrible music, wearing their terrible stage clothes.
Different members in their band. They had those two girls that were just standing there. Like, he was telling these girls how to sing, and for like 20 minutes they weren't singing.
Yeah, they were doing the Robert Palmer dance.
Yeah.
What about the painting?
Oh, the buffalo painting? The buffalo painting that seems to hypnotize him and drive him over the edge?
Yeah. That beady eye.
Why were you staring at that buffalo painting the whole time?
He painted it, but that one wine drinking dick with the ascot came in and said he had become the worst thing that any artist could become, a technician.
And the Fraser Crane skull, that fucking guy.
Oh,
he had the same fucking head as Fraser.
Yeah, with his mushroom haircut with the bald spot on top.
But
okay, I'm going back down and listen to the show because I was chilled out. I just had to prove that I was a giant bunny head.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Deej.
Yeah, it's a spit image.
Deej.
Wait, Deej, do yourself a favor and don't watch this movie.
I don't know. Brian said it is better than what we saw.
I don't think so.
The only way I would watch that movie again is if we were absolutely sure that we got the best version, the uncut version with all the extra drilling and killing. Because Brian said that he thinks it's a good movie, not 4 Hours Best, but he said, he says Drill Killer is quite good, but 4 Hours Best movie is Ms. 45. I can't see adding anything to that movie that could make it what I would call good. But, Brian's obviously, the man behind Six Gun Gorilla. So I'm willing to give him a little benefit of the doubt. I'd rather just watch the stuff that was cut out.
You
just
don't
that.
Look slasher movie that's boring. This shit was boring as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the movie was wasted time. And
8 hours to kill the first hobo.
yeah, a lot of stuff felt like setups that never paid off. For example, the Jesus imagery at the beginning never paid off. I mean, I thought someone was going to get drilled stigmata in their hands. Never happened. We never see any paintings of Jesus again.
All right. So, according to Wikipedia, when I was clicking on like a description of the movie, right, that opening scene where he goes into the church with Catherine Zeta-Jones lookalike. That guy that he met at the front row supposedly was supposed to be his father. The dude with the
that was
Gandalf
not
beard.
clear.
The dude with the Gandalf beard. That dude was supposedly supposed to be his father.
Oh, that was not clear at the time.
But did they even play into anything else after that? With that whole thing? Not that I remember.
It showed up in
No.
hallucination later.
Or maybe it was the hallucinations.
That wasn't the first hobo that it kills, was it?
No.
Okay. Bad Lieutenant, King of New York. Yeah. Brian must have got here after you mentioned those two movies.
I love those movies to Darius because those are both awesome fucking movies.
Yeah.
Well, Bad Lieutenant is a very scummy movie.
Mm-hmm.
The shit that happens in that movie, you're like, what the fuck am I watching? But it's a good movie. It's not a horrible band playing for fucking 30 minutes a scene. You just want to throw fucking, not tomatoes, you want to throw bricks at this fucking band if you were watching them live.
Yeah, so at the beginning, it feels like he's living in the apartment with three women. One of them actually looks really good. And then you got the second brunette, and then the blonde, who's like the junkie.
She looked like she could have been Catherine Zeta-Jones' aunt or something.
Right, which is why I said, like, none of these people are actors. She was probably a model, and that's about it. But the blonde junkie tells him to drill a hole in the door.
Blonde junkie.
And every time he goes to drill the hole, she's like, no, wait. I changed my mind. Drill it over there instead, about 5 times until he finally drills the hole at the top of the door, and the camera closes in real close on it.
Why did they want that hole in the door anyway?
I don't know, but it gets so close, it's erotic.
Well, we saw she's an idiot. She's the girl who's looking for jeans in the garbage, so.
Yeah.
She crimps her hair, the bangs.
Yeah. She's probably wearing a wig throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. The band
that was real hair.
pretty horrible. Good God.
I'm just saying, cocaine ninjas, powder all over your face.
Dragon Sound was a much better band. I will say that.
Yeah. So he's like working on this full wall buffalo painting,
I've never seen Old Boy. Sorry to cut you up, Darius. I keep hearing about Old Boy. Never saw Old Boy.
Watch the Korean one, the original, not the Spike Lee version. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, Darius.
That movie's messed up too, but it's a good one. But yeah, I don't even remember seeing him really working on the buffalo. Maybe a little bit at the beginning, but it's like the piece that because he's a painter. These are all starving artists living in squalor in an apartment in New York, right? That never seems to have locks on the doors. And so
painting seems to possess him because there's mad scenes of him just standing there staring into the eye of the fucking buffalo painting.
Yeah. Oh, even Brian admits that band is horrible.
Yeah.
And he just stares at that buffalo. Now, I didn't know why he was staring at the eye on the buffalo, which I assume he painted the eye. The only thing is
the eye at one point too. Remember, he takes out a switchblade. Like he puts the fucking switchblade to the eyeball of the buffalo, and he's threatening to stab it.
Yeah, I didn't understand the significance of that, but that was right after the dead rabbit thing, and the rabbit's eye kind of looked like the buffalo eye, but
I
don't
think
know.
that terrible band drove him over the edge. That's just what I say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because you do see him taking those Bayer at one point, and it looks like he's got a headache.
Yeah, he wakes up in the morning, he's got the fucking Bayer in the water right next to him.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I think it was a little bit of everything. Because remember, he completely lost his mind after he got that huge electric bill.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And then the Fraser guy told him that it
throws
sucked.
he throws his rotary phone through the window.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. Yeah, I found the pacing to be really bad, and it was really hard to follow, like just the events of what was going on, and also like the emotional, like process of this guy as he's going through all this stuff.
What's up,
how's
Sentinel?
the Sentinel?
Thank you. How you doing, Sentinel?
What up? What up? And what's going on, Pop Culture Curator?
Talking about possibly the worst movie I've ever seen. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, the pacing was just was ridiculous. I mean, it was very slow moving. A lot of the scenes are boring to the point where even the band members get bored and fall asleep. And a lot of things seem to be setups that never pay off. And
Dude,
I found like
band
the
is literally
implications.
the band is literally asleep on each other by the end of the movie. Like, just the lead singer with the guitar, he's the only one going, and the rest of the band in the studio, they're like sitting in chairs next to each other, like leaning their heads, falling asleep on them. It's like,
Yeah, they don't even have a consistent like musical or visual style. They changed the style of playing, and they totally changed the wardrobe. Because in the beginning, they look like goth clowns.
close-ups of them putting on lipstick.
Right, which in the next scene is already gone.
Because
You know
he
what?
brushed his teeth.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Carol.
He put the lipstick on and then immediately brushed his teeth like a slob.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I was going to say,
Why would he do that?
I think I've heard more rhythm and more composition from an early punk band in the 80s, quite honestly,
I
than those guys.
sounds getting a root canal when I was fucking 7 years old.
I will say this, though. In defense of this movie, I will say this. I would still rather watch this multiple times than to ever have to watch Captain Marvel or Ghostbusters 2016. I have not watched either one, and I'd rather watch this again and again and again before I watch them.
Yeah, I've
That's
never
fair.
watched either of those, and I think it might stay that way unless it gets to the point where I do that for these Wednesday night shitty movies. Maybe one time I'll try those.
Well, this one didn't have any queef jokes, so that's already 1 point in its favor over Ghostbusters.
Oh no, I want a refund.
Yeah. I just want to see the stuff they took out with the Drillin and Killin. But yeah, no, we got, Slasher doesn't like to wait too long. I mean, who does? For some Drillin and Killin, and we're just made to wait throughout this movie.
For these sorts of movies, waiting too long it's blue balls. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, which was worse?
Here's what you guys were doing wrong the whole time: is you were actually paying attention to every single segment of the film. I was staring at that completely round spoon. I was fine with this.
Okay, well, I will say it, like when they showed those paintings with Dick Tracy with the broken neck. That was interesting. I'll say that's the best part of this movie because I've never seen that shit before.
Okay, in the beginning, when Catherine Zeta-Jones walks up to Ronnie Dio in the park and hands him money, why did that even happen?
Yeah, well, someone got killed too, right? Someone got killed.
Hey, the electric bill.
Oh, hey, Moira.
Hey.
How you doing, Moira?
Did you watch the movie, Moira?
Birthday boy.
Thank you.
It's weird because I didn't realize it was in February. I'm sure we've been through this at least twice before, but
February 9th.
I feel
That's the B day.
Sorry.
I don't put the banners out and everything. I'm not like it's my birthday stream, but I don't know.
Well, if I had known, like, we would have put the banners.
For some reason I decided to kind of do that tonight.
Yeah, that's why he didn't tell us.
And now, young man, now that I have you here, Is there a
Uh-oh.
particular reason why you were snubbing my streams?
What are you talking about? I went to watch them.
You went to watch them. I invited you multiple times on the panel to share your humor and your sparkle with the rest, and you didn't.
How late was this?
I don't know.
Is it after my
You didn't. I
bedtime?
invited you like 4 fucking times.
His humor and his sparkle.
Oh, he seems likable to people. It helps.
I don't think I have a sparkly one. I got one that's in flames.
Good enough. Good enough.
Dude, that's from the RoboCop you didn't even watch.
Doesn't mean he liked the picture.
Oh, what you mean? Number 3,
That garbage ass third one.
where he flies.
Even Peter Weller was like, "Nah,
That's pretty bad when even Peter Weller's like,
I ain't coming back for this shit."
I don't know. Can you keep that robot up for a little while longer, because it's really doing something for me right here, my friend. This is probably the best thing that I've seen through this entire stream so far.
Robosexual Lando.
oh, and hugs to you, Tommy.
Hello, hello.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Furry Kitten says Darius' sparkle is illegal in most of Europe. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why I got deported to Detroit.
Oh, that's pretty bad. It's like our own prison colony right here.
The Mean Streets.
I don't know. Right. I don't know which is worse, the east side of Detroit or New York in an Abel Ferrara movie.
That, you know? Huh.
All right, any 80s, any 70s,
Detroit
80s,
has
early 90s New York
sanctuary
movie.
cities.
Any 80s, 90s, 70s New York movie, they're gonna show New York as scummy as possible. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
New York has had a kind of a scummy start for a long time. The only time actually I've seen it not shown scummy, it was like movies that were like prior or just after World War II.
well, rom-com movies set in New York don't
They're
really.
not all rom-coms. It took me a second to even understand what
No,
they
I'm
meant.
saying like shit like oh my god, what was the fucking movie with? I saw this fucking movie. What was it? The movie with
Tell me what happened.
Justin Timberlake and fucking Mila Kunis. Like I was.
No Strings Attached?
Friends with Benefits, No Strings
Oh
Attached,
my
one of those.
God, yeah,
They
and
came
they're-
out like at the same time, and they had both the same basic title, so it's confusing.
Yeah.
They do this fucking part in this movie where they're in Times Square, and then they do one of these flash mob things.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
No, no, this is not New York City. No. No, it was more along the lines of people walking through the streets with a gun, ready to shoot somebody outside, or people just walking through trying to, go to work. It's like that. That's what New York is.
80s Times Square is where it's at.
No.
In the 70s,
No.
yeah, with the porno
I wanna be
shops
in
and
the
the
1920s
chicken pimps.
I want to be 1920s,
chicken
30s, and 40s.
Oh, the chicken pimps. The chicken
Let me-
pimps exterminating.
When I grow up, I want to be a chicken pimp.
She wants to be a what?
A
Chicken pimp.
pimp.
Did you say a chicken pimp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to sell chickens? Gotcha.
No, not exactly.
No, that wasn't what the chicken from a movie we watched, The Exterminator. It was a
Yeah.
totally different thing from that.
It was pretty babe, more, very babe.
Here's the question:
It was
Did
pretty
you guys-
bad.
Did you guys ever hear
Well,
that
if they're watching it, it's probably pretty
there
bad.
was supposed to be a RoboCop 4?
Oh
No.
no.
Yeah, it's listed
is a
as being
limit.
on Amazon. It was called RoboCop 4: Crash and Burn.
There was a
Right.
TV
probably appropriate.
series. There was a very short-lived RoboCop TV series.
I have a comic book.
There was a
I have
cartoon
a
show.
couple of RoboCop comic books.
Huh?
I have quite a few RoboCop comic books.
I only have the one, and I only got it because I was so surprised that they had one. Same with the Ren and Stimpy. I was so amazed they had a comic book. I had to get one.
I have the RoboCop versus Terminators comic series.
Oh snap! That's impressive.
Wait, was the show called RoboCop Prime Directives?
Maybe it was. It was like, all right. I know Tommy knows this because he was up here in the. He was up here in the East Coast, up here in like Jersey, New York area at the time. You know Channel 9, Tommy, right? Remember WWOR television, Channel 9.
Yeah.
Do you remember they had a RoboCop TV series at one point?
I vaguely recall it. I never watched it. I also remember they had the animated series, but once again, I didn't really watch that either because it was horrible.
Oh, Furry Kitten. We actually managed to do a watch party with Alien Nation, and we didn't get in trouble. Somehow, it's so low on the rung, they didn't even bother getting us with a copy strike or anything. We played it.
That TV show was good too.
I remember my dad used to watch it when I was a little kid. And so I always thought the blood would look like Pepto-Bismol. It was so weird.
Oh, Furry Kitten. We did class in 1984 on JJ's channel. I would do that movie, but we already did on JJ's channel, so I don't want to do that again.
No, you need Class of Class of Nukem High.
Because
Oh,
RIP
God, no. That
JJ.
reminds me of being like 11 and 12 and 13 and not being able to sleep and watching USA up all night.
I just want to say, because a little bit later on, I'm going to get into our good friend JJ. A little bit later on in this talk, because our good friend JJ, the guy who was very influential on me, why I do these Wednesday night things, why I do what I do, why I continued doing YouTube. JJ was a very big influence on why I keep doing this. But anyway, I'll get into a little bit of that later. But where we watched,
let's send hugs to Bone, because Bone is watching, but he's lurking quietly.
okay,
Hey,
I got
Bone.
it. I got it. Hey, Bone, how you doing?
What up? What up?
But Moira,
Send me
we
a little
watched
message,
one of the
told me.
worst. Moira, you think I have? You think I love watching bad movies? We just watched a bad movie that I don't love watching, that I will never watch again, that I will never suggest to anyone.
Okay, I'm actually curious now.
It's called
Titanic?
The Driller Killer.
The what?
The Driller Killer. It's a terrible movie. We were talking
The
about it.
title's even bad.
Killer.
Usually at least you can make the title half.
Yeah, and it's not even very accurate. There's hardly any drilling and killing that we
It's
saw.
like chopping mall. There was no chopping. There was shooting.
There was no
Wow.
chopping and chopping mall. There was.
Well, a machine gun could be called a chopper. But,
They were Johnny. They
No,
were
helicopters are called choppers.
now, according to Brian in the chat, there were scenes removed from the version that we watched.
What the fuck's
So-
Brian?
Well, yeah, that's the
Brian
same thing I was
Crisco.
talking about. Yeah, it's the same thing I was talking about. There was a bunch of scenes removed. What they probably should have did is they probably should have separated the drilling and the killing, and then they could have had some more sexy scenes in there, and it would have made this a lot better.
Yeah. And cocaine. And cocaine ninjas.
Oh, if they
Oh,
would have made an appearance, that would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, with all the drugged up looking people in this movie, we didn't see anyone doing drugs.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that. Yeah, we didn't see anyone do coke.
That's because
Well,
the
there's
budget of
probably
this
some
movie was
issues
so
about
low. No, the
Stimulating drug
budget.
use on TV.
No, the budget of the movie was so low they couldn't afford it because they were working off of food stamps.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Right.
mentioned that earlier.
Don't you think that if you're going to have a high budget, at least use it on the drugs that you're going to get these fucking randos for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what up, Chris? How you doing? Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Birthday
What
love
up?
from one Chris to another. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Welcome to City Movie. Wednesday night,
We
so
hope you're having a good night.
Well, Alien Nation wasn't a shitty movie. Though. Alien Nation was actually
It
good.
wasn't great. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Like, I've seen worse. We've all seen worse.
I think the TV show was better.
The TV show was good, but I like the movie though. I like both of them. I think they made a comic too. I think DC started making comics of them after.
Like a hot take right here that probably won't be. I don't know. It may or may not be. Like, yeah, I'll probably get crap for it. Honestly, I think if they made that show today, we would consider it woke. Because
Which show?
Alienation.
Alienation.
Oh,
The
yeah,
reason
yeah,
I
yeah.
say that is because it was their way of using aliens to show how people can be prejudiced and mean to people who aren't like them. And nowadays, we would probably
What's
try to call that
vigilante?
storyline woke.
Well, more they did
Hey,
they did that
Vigilante.
before they did that before Alienation with the V series.
The what?
Yeah, what stuff like V. I'd say V, Alienation, District 9. That's all kind of.
District 9 was
And
nasty.
Earth Final Conflict. Don't forget Earth Final Conflict.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, stuff like that is all kind of in the same category, right?
I mean, they had a certain panache, so I think they were able to pull it off without being like it was slightly woke, but not full woke, you know. But like, I feel like nowadays, if it just came onto the scene, I feel like people would be looking at it differently than they did back then.
But District 9 was kind of along the same lines. It was the same line, like, same.
It was so gross. Like, I really hated the movie.
Oh, because they look like giant cockroaches.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
I don't like bugs. It creeps me out. Spiders, I can live with. Roaches.
Hey, Moira, have you ever seen this movie called Meet the Applegates? Has anyone ever heard of this
Oh my
movie?
god, they're like crickets or something, or grasshoppers, and he's like looking at National Geographic or something where it shows bugs mating and his little antennas perk up. I saw some of that. That was so weird. I was like, oh,
giant praying mantises from like Brazil that are just.
I knew it was something like a grasshopper. I guess praying mantis. There's something like that. There's something green and leggy antenna-ish.
Tommy, you had to have heard of this movie.
It's got Ed Begley Jr. as a dad, which
Jr.
doesn't mean anything to anyone if they don't know
Ed
who that is.
Begley Jr. is the fucking father.
Yes, I don't remember who else was in it. I just remember his little antennas coming up all perked up when he was seeing bugs.
Dabney Coleman is in the movie too. He's like,
oh my god, he was pretty much in anything in the 80s.
He's like the overseer of everything that's going on. He's like, they were nasty too, and they shed their human skin and they turn into the giant cockroach form. It was nasty.
You talk about Miko?
Meet the
Darius,
Applegate.
are you high?
Oh, Meet the Applegates. Okay.
Yeah, Darius, he was just telling you that. I think
No,
Darius
I never saw that one. I just looked up Ed Begley Jr. Aliens, and both of those shows came up. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I don't like the aliens.
Applegate just makes me think of Christina Applegate.
You would think so.
I'm sorry, I got distracted for a minute. I was just watching the latest with Ottawa and what they're confiscating from people.
Oh,
Apparently, a judge told them they had to give the fuel back.
Yeah, but they're doing it anyway. And I seen a new post where they're taking their firewood away from them now too.
What? Oh fuck! Well,
Yeah.
they can just burn paper trash. I mean, but
No
yeah, I
words
can
for
believe the
punishment.
lies and everything. But well, I mean, I sort of could. But the audacity of Trudeau and the stuff he was saying, they were like, "Oh, they're doing this and they're doing that, and they're parking their trucks on like the grave of the unknown soldiers and like pissing on graves." I'm like, "No, they're not. I've never met a trucker or heard of one ever in my life that would do that ever. What a lie, lie." And there's been some independent YouTubers who have been going out there even at night, day and night, like different hours. And we're talking like even 4 or 5 in the morning because I'm up at that hour. And they're showing that the streets are just they're lined with trucks, but it's quiet as fuck. There's hardly ever anything going on during the day and quiet as fuck at night. So when they're saying they're honking their horns late at night, no, they're fucking not. I've seen it firsthand. No, they're not. They're making shit up, man. They're trying to cause problems because I think Trudeau has taken a lesson from our country. If there's a protest of any kind, have infiltrators come in and make it look bad. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Trudeau, he's doing his best to play the invisible man. What's going on, Chris?
Before we get to the all right, no, let's not get into the political talk right now because we're wrapping up a shitty movie, but I just want to get into something else before. After the shitty movie. So let's wrap up the shitty movie. So,
All right. Not enough drilling, not enough killing.
well, I guess Brian said that we missed a whole bunch of Killin and Drillin.
But there was
Right.
absolutely no pilling.
Well, there was two
I know,
bear.
If I had a bottle of Vicodin while we were watching this, I'd have been pilling. So,
Oh, bruh. I can't condone that. I can't stop you, but I can't condone it.
no, I'm saying
if you had it legally prescribed by a doctor for your injury,
All right, as long as he's careful and it's prescribed to him properly, then yeah. Because I don't want. A lot of people end up like hurt or dead from opiate issues. I don't want that to happen. to them.
this movie's making my act up.
that band, I can't get past that band. That band, I can't get past them.
Yeah.
That was it for me, dude. That was it. For me, it was like Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element. It was like once Chris Tucker up in The Fifth Element, it was like I can't take this movie anymore. I really
Oh,
can't.
dude, I love his character though in that movie.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Space Prince. We need Space Prince. Come on, dude. No, I didn't need that.
But the band didn't do anything in the movie except play their shitty music, presumably keeping him awake.
Ever living fuck out of me. That's what they did.
Yeah, they didn't contribute anything to the movie. They didn't do anything important or meaningful. They didn't even make good music.
They didn't even get killed.
No,
Yeah, they didn't even get killed.
Oh my god, I was so waiting for them to get killed. I wanted them to get killed. Since the first time they played, I was like, please drill every single one of these people in the head.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you
because-
right now what they were discount filler. They absolutely worked for free because they were trying to promote their shitty music.
I
You
wanted
think that was a real band?
from the second one of them picked up an instrument. I was like,
Let me tell you, I used to play in numerous bands, Darius, and you would be surprised how bad some of these people who claim they're a band are when they're going out to play. It's freaking horrendous. I remember there was one band we ran into in Philly. It was like a battle of bands, and I shit you not, their whole song was "Hurrah, Karate Chop," and it was the worst shit I think I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my lord!
bands
I would have liked
exist.
that in life.
Good. Wow, if that's a real band, that just makes it worse.
hurrah, karate chop. Come on, man. That sounds like musical genius right there.
So bad. It was so bad. They were so off key on everything too.
Oh my god. All right. So, oh my god. All right. So wrapping up this shitty movie. All right. See, because I want to run at least another hour. Whether everyone wants to stick around here on the panel or not, whatever, it's cool. But just wrapping up this fucking movie, because, like I said, I have other things to go on about that might be rantish. Other than talking about the shitty movie, which I guess kind of is like, it kind of comes full circle because the shitty movie kind of got me into the talking shit mood that I want to get into after talking about this shitty movie. So, anyway, Darius, the floor is yours. What to go on about?
I was gonna give it like a 1 or a 2 out of 10, but I will allow for the fact that we missed some of the scenes, which might have been exactly what we were there for, but it couldn't possibly have made it a good movie. So I'll give it a 3 out of 10 on good faith.
That's out of good faith.
Out of good faith that we had cut out of the version we saw some decent killing and drilling, but it doesn't make
would have even made a difference. I don't even think that would have made a difference.
It doesn't make up for the bad music. It doesn't make up for the incredibly, unforgivably slow pacing. It doesn't make up for all the setups that never get paid off because they couldn't all have been paid off in the cutscenes. and
No.
it doesn't make up for the band not getting killed,
No.
or for that horrible ending.
Even Darius wanted the band to get killed.
Yeah, yeah. No, 3 out of 10.
All right, Ty.
Okay, so you're saying that out of a 10, huh? Well,
Out of
you
10,
know
yeah.
what? Considering that I would watch this over 2016 Ghostbusters, which I still haven't watched, or The Last Jedi, or The Rise of Skywalker, and I could go on and on about all the crappy movies that I refuse to watch, I will give this 4 food stamps out of 10.
Oh my god, that's just not right.
4 bags of heroin out of 10.
Oh my god. Okay, I could add to this because of what Biden has recently done. I give it.
Uh-oh.
I'll give it 2
4
out of
crack
10
pipes
crack pipes. 2 out of 10 crack pipes.
You didn't even see this movie, and your score is correct.
It doesn't matter. Come on, man.
You didn't even
Yeah,
watch.
let me, if I'm up here, let me have
Score is
fun.
right on the button. Carol, how many crack pipes are you giving this out of 10?
How many Biden crack pipes would you rate this?
I'm gonna give it 4 because Deej was in it.
It's fair.
Yeah, he said he was in it.
He said he was in it. I believe him. Deej wouldn't lie to us.
No. I mean, he was probably like, he was at least 5 years old when that movie came out. So that was definitely him in that.
It was definitely him. Yeah, it was a
Okay,
movie.
so-
That's my review. It's a movie.
I'm gonna give you all a moment to all talk to each other, and I'm gonna step out of the room, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna talk my shit. So, okay, commence.
He needs to go scream into the sky for a minute. So,
Don't everybody all talk at once.
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
Yeah. I don't know. See, it's only because of Brian that I'm wondering what did we miss, and why did they cut it out? Because it was a video nasty. Oh, what's up, games? GMC.
What up? What up?
Everyone should subscribe to that guy. Let me grab his link. But yeah, I mean, how do you? Oh, he's a cool guy. It doesn't even make sense to call that movie The Driller Killer unless there was some drilling and killing that got cut out, right? Because otherwise, how could you justify calling your movie that with such a small amount of drilling and killing? You know?
His ex-girlfriend got drilled at the end.
Well,
But that wasn't the time we didn't see it, but we can infer it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So how much? We didn't go through all the drills and kills. So yeah, he the second hobo that we see in the movie, he drills and kills for seemingly no reason, and then
That's classes.
right. Well, the first hobo we see, he doesn't. So he doesn't kill the black hobo, but he does kill like the white hobo, which is the second one that he
Like a
meets.
politically correct killer. No.
I don't know. We don't know why he kills the hobo. We don't know how he chooses the hobo. We just know that he's snapped at that point, and he takes the drill and he goes out and he's tried and he wakes him up first. The hobo is sleeping and he shakes him to wake him up. And he's got the drill behind his back and he makes sure that he wakes up. And then when the hobo wakes up, he goes and he drills his guts out.
He didn't have somebody helping him out. He didn't have a drill sergeant to actually push him along. You will follow the drill.
Oh my lord!
It was a bad movie.
Where's my rim shot?
But
There you go.
nice.
Yeah, and then we didn't see the rampage, but then the next person we saw get drilled was the art critic. It was like Frazier, and he goes to the guy's apartment, which again didn't have a lock on it. And before the guy could open his bottle of red wine and drink it wearing his ascot, he shows up and drills him. And then
Sounds so weird to say that.
the blonde junkie chick who looked like Jareth from Labyrinth opens the door.
Shit.
and just finds the art critic drilled, just like nailed to the door or hanging from.
He was hanging from the door.
Hey, yeah, from the same hole that the guy drilled at the beginning. You know, the art critic, he was hanging there, and she freaks out and screams, and then, but then he's still in the apartment, and he comes out with his drill, and he grabs her, and then he's holding the drill, but then we don't see him drill her at all, and then because it cuts to the Catherine Zeta-Jones, which is his girlfriend that just dumped him, making out with some other guy. So it cuts right from him holding a drill in one hand and the blonde in the other to his ex making out with a new man, right? Her rebound guy. And then she goes to take a shower.
I also like how we dubbed that woman Catherine Zeta-Jones because she looks exactly like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Well, you know what? Here's a problem though, Derek. You skipped over one of the most important parts. Like before he grabs the gal thing and before he even kills Fraser's cousin, we get that wonderful shot, one of the best shots in the whole film, when they show the proto pack that he bought.
Yeah, he's watching the infomercial. He's watching the 1979 infomercial on the rabbit ears and antenna television.
Yep, and he sees 1995 proto pack.
How you doing, Games? Sorry, I had to step out of the room for a second, so I didn't see the chat. How you doing, Games?
And sure enough, he's got the proto pack and puts it on and he puts the drill in it.
Okay, Furry Kitten brings up a movie here, Darius, for the future, because I've seen this movie before. And it stars a young George Costanza called The Burning.
The Burning?
Yes. George Costanza is really young in it, and he still looks like Seinfeld-era George Costanza.
Jason Alexander, The Burning. I see this. Because, wasn't in Shallow Hal, didn't he play a character that was half as old as he actually was?
Well, Shallow Hal was also post-Seinfeld.
Right. Yeah, but, so he was older than George was, or he was older than he was as George in Seinfeld, but his character in that movie has, like hair on his head, and he acts like he's like 23.
Power tool for...
Which was the one where he had the tail?
That was Shallow Hal.
Yeah, it was Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal? Oh, okay.
The Furry Kid says, power tool for...
Yeah, it was like they wanted a Jason Alexander type for that character, but nobody else came close, so they just took Jason Alexander and acted like he was 23.
All right, but they also used to do that for every fucking 80s movie where someone... Judd Nelson was 26 when he was in the Breakfast Club, so, that's how they did it in the 80s.
Yeah, you had to be in like your upper 20s to play a teenager.
Killing by Drill sounds like it should be more fun, even in a bad movie. Yeah, and so at the end there, in the last scene, the Ronnie Dio guy, the main guy, he shows up at the apartment, not sure how he knew where she would be in this other dude's apartment. But
and not to mention they don't have locks once again.
Yeah, once again, no locks on the door. He just walks in.
Scummy ass 1979 New York City. They don't have locks?
Apparently.
Deadbolts and the chain.
Yeah, there are at least 3 doors in the movie that should have locks that don't. Right? Even the lock on his apartment, every time the door closes, it just swings back open again because there's no lock on it. Right? It doesn't even shut all the way. It's always hanging open. But
probably because they filmed this whole thing in an abandoned freaking apartment building.
Probably.
All the more reason you.
I think they did, Dad. Exactly. Right. They didn't show like sweeping street shots of New York City.
Establishing shots.
They showed very still shot. They showed the same 5 homeless guys passing around a bottle to each other, like 3 different scenes.
You're right. Everything was an indoor shot, except for the shots of the homeless guys, which were very close up, so you never get establishing shots. But but he goes in and drills the new John, and leaves him like dead on the floor in the dining room. Yeah, this apartment has a dining room. And Catherine Zeta-Jones finishes up her
not a
shower.
small apartment, though. That's not a small apartment.
No, his wasn't. And she gets out of the shower and like shuts off the light, totally not seeing his dead body on the floor. And then she goes to get into bed, and in the bed is a big human-shaped lump underneath the blankets. And she turns out the light, and then you hear a drill turn on, and then the credits roll.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the apartment that he lived in.
Oh no, that was a decent sized apartment too. It was just a big shitty apartment.
Oh, so here I got something interesting you guys might like. So I just found the kill count for this one. So there are 11 people killed on screen.
Oh, wow.
Male has his chest drilled through. That was the first homeless guy. Male drilled through the head. Male killed in a subway with a drill. Male killed through the chest. Male drilled through the back. Male drilled to death. No saying what it is. Male.
Is this their names in the credits? Is this their name?
No, this is just the body count. So male drilled to death again. Well, he is the driller killer. Male has his forehead drilled through. Male crucified and then drilled to death. Male impaled on door with the drill. That was the critic.
Yeah,
and
we
then
saw
male
that
drilled
one.
through the back
Yeah.
was the last guy.
So
Gotcha.
I was right about the I said stigmata, but there's a crucifixion style drilling.
Yes.
So I'm
thought
technically
that's
correct.
That's the part I thought you would have found interesting.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
well-
I feel validated now.
Also about this guy who made the movie, Abel Ferrara, in Bad Lieutenant, there was a whole bunch of Catholic overtones in that movie. Like, there's a scene where because he's a cracked out detective. He's a crooked detective, and he's literally smoking crack and shooting heroin and gambling and bribing,
Flopping his
people.
wiener out.
Yeah. He's dancing with his dick out, fucking room full of junkie girls, like shit like that. But there's a scene where he goes into a church. Right, he goes into a church, and he's all cracked out, and he starts screaming, and he's like hallucinating, seeing Jesus in front of him, and he's like crawling down the aisle and seeing Jesus. So I guess this guy has a lot of problems with being brought up Catholic. I guess that's what I would say.
I would guess, yeah. And there was a nun in this movie.
Yeah.
And there's a
she's the one who's telling him in the beginning that this guy knows you. He gets brought into the church in the beginning.
yeah. And I believe there's also a nun in Bad Lieutenant who gets
We won't
raped.
say what happens in Bad Lieutenant. I could go into
All right.
Bad Lieutenant, but I won't go into
I'm not going to go into detail about that. But it seems like somewhere between being brought up Catholic and growing up on the mean streets of the Bronx. Neo-noir was a word I saw used to describe his directing style. But it's definitely gritty. This one I would describe as like gritty surrealism at times because there was no magical realism, but there was some weird imagery, some dreamlike imagery, and a guy kind of loses his mind. So I would describe it as
a
gritty
credit card
surrealism.
every door. From late 70s and 80s movies. Yes, a credit card can open the door. Yeah, Bad Lieutenant is a redemption movie without the redemption.
Yeah. So
And
okay.
you know what? In the 70s, you could open some windows with a butter knife. I've done it.
So I've done it with a plastic necklace shaped like Chuck E. Cheese on a skateboard when I was in high school. My friend's parents went away for the weekend. Like, you better not throw a party. He's like, I won't. They took the key and locked him out. That's why I broke into his house for him. It sounds like the stuff that got cut out of this movie was the movie that we actually wanted to see.
I honestly don't think it would have made a difference. I don't think so. It was still boring. And that band.
I don't know. I think that crucifixion scene would have just made Darius's night.
Yeah, it's just, you
I
see,
don't know.
Tommy gets me. That yeah. That's literally what I was gonna say. I would have watched it just for that, just to pay off my setup. But
I'm telling you, I
would
think
not watch
Darius
again.
would have raised it. He would have raised it to Ford food stamps for that crucifixion scene.
I would.
At least.
I would, because it would be a payoff for what was set up at the beginning. Yeah, I would go up to 4 at least for that. But
So
and, you know,
everyone
Brian
agrees-
said it was good, so I'm glad Brian enjoyed it.
Everyone on panel agrees it was not a movie you would want to watch again, right?
Correct.
Well, everyone that watched the movie. Moira, I know you didn't watch the movie. You're better off for not watching.
Oh, you've been a bad influence on poor little Raquel. Now she wants to watch terrible movies.
Raquel's been watching terrible movies since before I watched her.
Well, she's still catching up on a lot of good movies.
Moira, I found out she sat through every single Kickboxer movie. I was like, wait, there's a Kickboxer after 2? I was like, Kickboxer
There's a
2.
kickboxer after 1?
There's
Yes.
I think there's like 5 of them. I think it's
Kickboxer
like 4 or 5.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they started
Yeah.
doing Kickboxer movies with the doofy neighbor from
Do they
Step
all have Van Damme in it?
by
No.
Step.
Then it's not kickboxer.
Moira, they started doing Kickboxer movies with. Remember the doofy neighbor from Patrick Duffy and Suzanne Summers? Step by
Step by Step. What, Cody? That
The
was Cody.
Code Man? Yes, the Code
Oh
Man.
wait, Sasha Michelle?
Yes, that
Did you,
guy.
oh my god, he got arrested for like hitting his wife and shit. I remember
Yes.
that.
Yes, that guy.
That's the part I remember
guy-
about him.
That fucking guy was in like the directed VHS.
Still, if it doesn't have Van Damme, it's not kickboxer.
Like,
It's
yeah,
like
you
the
go from Van
Wish.com
Damme.
version of kickboxer.
You go from Van Damme to the Code Man from Step by Step. That's what they did. Yes.
Hey, it turned out he was not a bad martial artist, actually. That was a surprise. I didn't
I
see that
guess
coming.
I would agree, right?
I was like, he can do that? But then he ruined his career by beating the crap out of his wife or girlfriend or something. His career never recovered.
A lot of his martial arts on his wife.
That's pretty shitty when you use your martial arts on your fucking girlfriend, dude. It's like, nah.
Well, I'm
bro.
sure. Not to throw stones or anything. I'm sure Steven Seagal might have practiced on Kelly LeBrock a few times.
I heard there was some domestic issues, but I don't. It didn't make as I don't remember. I remember there's some kind of. Or Van Damme was abusive to one of his wives as well.
Yeah, I've heard that
What's
too.
with these guys? Like usually it's cowards.
They're getting the aggro from all the roids.
They
Roid
can't.
rage.
Maybe the roids, maybe
They
the ego.
can't. They can't flip the switch off. They got to be tough guys all the time.
I guess. Either way,
Well,
scumbag
the funny-
material right there.
The
Or
funny
as my
thing
daughter
was hearing,
referred to it as fatherless behavior.
the funny thing was hearing anyone heard of Chuck Zito, the Hell's Angels guy who used to be a bodyguard for a lot of celebrities.
I heard there was a Hell's Angel that was doing that, but I didn't remember the name.
He knocked out Van Damme in a public bathroom. Van Damme was trying
Nice. That gave him some street cred.
Moira.
What?
Sasha Mitchell played David Sloan in the 3 installments of the original Kickboxer franchise,
Lord help us.
which means that there's some other Kickboxer franchise, possibly a reboot.
God.
Mercy.
Dude, you know they made a Roadhouse 2?
No. Roadhouse.
They made a fucking Roadhouse 2 that
No,
had
no,
nothing
no,
to do
no.
with
No.
Dalton. Or no, wait, the guy was Dalton's son. That's what it was. Okay. Gary Busey's horse-faced son was the villain of this movie, so that's all you need to know about it.
Oh, Jake Busey?
Horse-faced
Lord.
Busey.
Before or after?
I remember him and Shasta McNasty. Okay. So, yeah, like Slasher said, there are 5 original Kickboxer films in that franchise, right? And they switch main characters, but they're still canonical to each other. And then in 2016, there was a reboot, Kickboxer Vengeance, followed by Kickboxer Retaliation,
Oh god.
and then the third, Kickboxer Armageddon, to be announced.
Supposed to do one with Ronda Rousey as the main character. I thought they would.
Maybe, but I hope not.
They might have even did one with Ronda Rousey as the main. I could be wrong. I don't know.
They should have got that chick from Undefeatable.
Wait.
Like,
Cynthia Rothrock.
Yeah,
oh my
Cynthia
God,
Rothrock.
Man, I remember her. Like, I saw one movie where she was being attacked from behind. She brings her foot right up over her shoulder, bust dude right in the face. I was like, bruh.
Oh, she was a staple of the VHS section in
Yes,
video
she was. My
stores.
dad liked her work. My dad liked pretty much anything that was martial arts.
Oh, I'm not saying she's not a kick-ass fighter, but that movie
I wouldn't want
Undefeatable
to fight her.
was a friend of ours never forgave another friend for making him watch that movie.
Yeah, he never forgave me for that and was always fucking skeptical. Even though when I told him about the Raid Redemption, which was an awesome fucking movie, like he waited for 3 months before we could sit down and watch that movie.
Right.
Oh man, did you go through the whole collection of Kickboxers?
Yeah. It was there was 8 altogether. There was 5 original Kickboxers and
Okay.
7. Sorry, the 8th one is to be announced. So there was 5 original canon, and then there are 2 recent ones.
8. Are you serious?
Well,
much
7
so.
so far.
The last one is Armageddon. That's to be announced, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Fucking shit. Who the hell's gonna start?
Alan Musi, and it looks like Dave Bautista was in. Dave Bautista played Tong Po in 2016's Kickboxer
fucking-
Vengeance. That's what it says.
Batista played Tong Po.
Yes.
Makes total sense.
Jesus fucking H.
When they said reboot, I didn't realize it was like a reboot with Tong Po and everything.
Also, in the original Kickboxer, the dude he's credited as Tong Po. The dude's name is not Tong Po because the dude who plays Tong Po is in 2 other Van Damme movies. He's the dude who gets the shin splintered out of his leg in Kickboxer in Bloodsport. In Bloodsport, and he's also one of the guys who's chasing him in Lionheart. But for some reason, this guy is credited as Tong Po.
It looks like his name is Michel Kisi.
Kisi? How are you?
Kisi. Yeah, it's Arabic. I think he's Moroccan. It looks like he's Moroccan.
He's also one of Van Damme's boys from when he was coming up in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you got to bring your boys with you.
Yeah, of course.
And they were both extras in Breakin'.
I know Van Damme was an extra in Breakin'.
Yep. Well, so is Tong Po.
But anywho, all right, we got this terrible movie talk out of the way, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
So, okay. I know Darius and Tommy are also going to get into this too. So, I want to talk about a certain supposed ghost that's lingering around. So, yeah, so people wanted to give their respects to a certain person. Whose name?
I'm staying like out of the common.
Oh, it's
decency. I
fine.
stay out
It's
there.
fine. You don't have to say a damn.
Because Bambi's mama said that if you can't say something nice, don't say it at
No,
all.
but more when shit goes on too far. You know, when shit goes on too far, you
When shit
can't
went on too far, karma got him.
you can't keep silent about it. No. It's not really even about that. Darius and Tommy know what I'm gonna talk about. And a certain person who may or may not have passed away. We'll just say that. And then
Inconclusive.
certain people who may or may not have tried to take up the mantle of being the YouTube asshole. Like maybe they're trying to create their own persona off of living off someone else's legacy of being an asshole. Which, like,
Oh, what a legacy
yeah,
to chase.
that's a legacy you really want, right? That you want the legacy of being
Yeah, legacy like Charles
dickhead.
Manson.
Yeah, you want a legacy of being a dickhead, right?
And
And,
I'm an asshole, but I
if you don't
come out
mind,
honestly.
if you don't mind, I would just like to add one thing, and I think Devon Dudley probably said it the best.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my brother,
Yeah.
testify.
Yep. Yeah. But, like, you know, certain people want to try to take up his mantle if this person has.
That is the ultimate
Yes,
clout
Don.
chasing right there. Where
And-
all you have to grab onto is a dead troll. That is the worst clout chase possible.
Yeah, it's but
That's the
also,
kind of person that if you collapsed on the ground, they'd steal your tennis shoes off your feet and run.
but it's not even just that. It's also when you sat back and watched this person come at certain people, and then all of a sudden they like try to get sympathy points. When you watched back-to-back years of this particular asshole posting pictures of him with a World War II fighter plane with stamps on the side of the plane, and like acting like this is his kills, right? And going into other streams and fucking totally disrespecting the person who died. I saw this 2 years back to back. The first person I saw this with, I wasn't very close with, but I knew people who knew him and who talked to him. And I saw video footage of what was going on. But the second person this happened to, I was very close with, and his name is fucking name, everybody. One of my original YouTube friends, JJ, aka Sith Lord.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. When I see his name up there being disrespected, his name being put on a fucking World War II plane like you gotta kill, you motherfucker,
What the
you
fuck?
piece of fucking shit, who did that? You piece of shit who did that. And I'm supposed to fucking look at tweets from the likes of that umbrella guy and Yellow Flash. Two people like that. Where if someone like that cocksucker, who may or may not be dead, when I have to see that, and those two people, I'll say their names again. Yellow Flash, that umbrella guy. I know no one gives a fuck about me saying their names. I know they don't give a fuck about me saying their names. But they're praising a guy. Not I won't say they're praising a guy, but they're giving there are,
Sympathy.
including myself right here, there are two other people that I watched that piece of shit come after on this fucking panel right fucking here. And they didn't give a fuck what they would drive them to. They didn't give a fuck. And then they do that to my dead friend, JJ. And I'm supposed to fucking... Am I supposed to fucking feel any fucking sympathy
honestly, what I'm not even just like doing this as a rant for myself. Like, honestly though, like panel, what do you think? Do you think that I should feel any sort of fucking empathy, any sort of fucking feelings about this, other
No,
than
you absolutely shouldn't, Slasher. You know, here's the one thing. Here's the one thing that a lot of people are missing, though. And we talk about people like Yellow Flash and Tug Support and this shit, but there's people that are bigger up on the freaking YouTube food chain are the ones that actually were using this douchebag to attack other people. We all know about the pie eating fucking fucknut. You know, the water in Jersey makes the frogs gay. That guy is one of the people that is actually protecting this piece of shit for the longest fucking time. And that is the reason why people like Yellow Flash and some of the other ones feel like they got to take a knee because they can't sit there and upset the bigger guy at the top who's using this son of a bitch as an attack dog. I don't give a shit. You know who you are, you dirty fat bastard. And you know what? It's not like it would be hard for me to find out where you live in Jersey if you ever decide you want to come after me and send your attack dogs. Go right ahead. I already destroyed a whole freaking army of Simps that was sent after me from one of your other Comicsgate friends. You think I give a shit? I don't care. I sat there and I went up there with JJ, you know, with Walton to go to JJ's service. JJ was a very good friend. I knew that man for years, just like Slasher did. He was a very kind person. He welcomed everybody in. Did he agree with everything that I was saying at all times? Absolutely not. But you know what? He respected my opinion, regardless of whether he completely agreed with it or not. And these son of a bitches just wanted to tear him down for no other reason, just to tear him down. And it's not like he's the only person they attacked. They've attacked numerous other people, like our buddy Drew Taylor. They tried to get him fired from his fucking job. Fuck that.
Not even that, Tommy. They've attacked people that I don't even know that like I ended up meeting just because they were attacking them. There are a lot of people I met just because they were attacking them. And
I mean, how many of those people did he?
And some people wanted to turn tail and be like, "I'm not associated with this guy anymore. I'm not associated with this guy anymore." But they still fucking did it anyway, right? And they still made their name off him anyway, right? They still did. They still did.
Besides that, how many people did we know that he almost drove to suicide because of his bullshit? He was attacking a mentally handicapped girl on a live stream. And she attempted suicide. That is the type of person I don't give a shit. There will be no sympathy. There will be no forgiveness. There is nothing. Absolutely not.
Zero sympathy.
There will be no pressing F to pay respects.
Rest with the worms, you motherfucker, you.
And that is the last thing I ever want to say about that douche. Unless he shows back up again and he decides he wants to come after me and he's still around. Because you know what? It's not going to be much. It's not going to take much for me to just catch a flight out to Vegas. I know exactly where this person is. I've got their phone number. I give no shits at this point because I've so had enough of it.
It was for the defenders of this cocksucking piece of shit who didn't hide that he was a cocksucking piece of shit. He let you know straight up forward. But you want to be like, oh, you want to plink down the fucking sympathy cards to this fucking guy. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to say a damn thing about his family. No, I will not do that.
I'll say his poor family for having to live with him.
But himself, I will fucking drink a 40 right on his grave and take a nice fucking streamy piss all over that shit. I don't care. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. You desecrated my friend JJ's name when you did that World War II picture. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Well, not only that, Slasher, did you catch it? Like, after I did my stream, Anzo did a stream like right afterwards. So, like, Anzo was kind enough to wait for my stream to end before he started his. And he showed up. He showed up.
And he showed up. And he showed up and he was going in. And he was going in like he thought he was the fucking man.
How disrespectful to go on the stream for all these people that are talking good about JJ and say, oh, yeah, another one bites the dust. Like, really? Really? That is the kind of person that gets no sympathy.
So,
Zero sympathy.
so you're telling me the yellow idiot? I'm sorry. The triangle went and did this.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. He
did.
went on.
Yes,
He went on Anzo's stream. Anzo
Let's
didn't.
look at the timing. Let's look at the timing. He does that, and a short time later, he's in the hospital sick.
Karma.
Yeah.
What goes around
A
comes
little
around.
delayed. A little delayed.
What goes
But-
around comes around.
Yeah, somebody's
And this-
so
and this-
toxic that his
And this is why
kidneys
we
apparently
need to be
shut
careful
down.
Not mocking the dead either. We
I'm
gotta be
not
careful.
mocking him. I'm not mocking him. Am I putting up World War II pictures of a stamp of him? I'm saying
Who?
he was a piece of shit. And
Oh yeah.
sure, if he's dead, he's dead. Leave it at that. But for the yellow flashes and for that umbrella guys who want to try to pay respect to him and then get offended when people are like, fuck him. That's what this point was about. Those guys did not know the extent of this dude's antics. And this is the last I'm going to talk about that person.
That's all I got to say about that.
I'm just saying people should fucking learn before you fucking say things. Learn. Especially when you're a big time YouTuber.
Is it any wonder why I stopped watching a lot of the bigger YouTubers? Because there's a lot of them that do that kind of shit. They played a little politics game behind the freaking doors.
Fuck it, dude. Like, what's the point? Seriously, what's it gonna do? I know, Darius. I've showed Darius this whole fucking spiel going on with certain people, and he was calling.
I'm the
out
new guy.
whole thing. No, Darius, you know what I'm talking about. The whole the boulder stuff, the whole boulder.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting caught up on that whole ongoing saga.
When there's these cliques, when there's these crews, there's always a crack in the armor, and they will always separate. They will not only will they separate, they'll go at each other's throats online.
Yeah, with friends like those.
Numerous times. I've even seen this with Comicsgate. Comicsgate was like one of the first places I saw this with. Because the first two of the first three people I remember from Comicsgate are gone. One of them was named Nurkish, the other one was named Captain Cummings. And they are gone. Persona non grata. All these cliques, it's all going to crumble on you. If you're going to make friends, make friends. Don't do this clique attack mentality bullshit. Don't do that. I have friends that are people that are not friends with people that I am friends with. So make your own personal decisions. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. Is my whole fucking going on right now? Am I so wrong for saying that?
No.
They should never be sorry about speaking your mind, ever. And that's the thing. A lot of these people want to silence somebody from saying what they really mean to say or what they actually feel. Screw that shit. You always say exactly what you mean. I've always been that way, regardless what everybody else says. I've got people that are in a single group. Everybody know, like a lot of people know about what the United Underground with sporking and culture and everything. And they're always telling me all the time, Tommy, maybe you should calm it down just a little bit and not say certain things. But this is just me. I'm going to say what I feel like I have to say sometimes, regardless of what the other people think.
But they
don't like it. They don't like it, but they don't necessarily try to stop me because they know I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's a big part of who I am.
I'm also not going to be the person to be like, oh, you shouldn't say that to somebody who I'm close with. It's like, if you want to say it, you know, like if you want to say it, you know, as long as it doesn't like incite violence or, you know. I mean, if you're saying you're like, I'm gonna hit somebody with a bat, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, go ahead, hit somebody with a bat. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be like,
only if it's in Minecraft.
push that guy in front of a train. Oh, I mean into a pool. Push him into a kiddie pool. Yeah, there you go.
Push him in front of a fast-moving cart in
No,
Minecraft.
you know what? I'm not even gonna wrap up. I'm gonna keep going. So if anyone's
Go to a certain somebody's house and just throw a whole bunch of slices of pizza at his house. I'm sure he'll get the reference.
Yeah. Or go out to Vegas and throw a bunch of caution signs. Yeah, push him down a ramp on wheelchair.
yeah, fuck it. I'll keep burning. Anyone want to drop out? Yeah, you can drop out. But thanks everyone for coming through. But yeah, I'll keep going. Fuck it. I have nothing better to do.
And you're not even supposed to be here today.
No, I'm not. No, I am. I am supposed to be here today because it's Wednesday going into Thursday.
Oh,
my
damn it. See, you ruined the whole Clerks
It's
joke.
my birthday. I know the clerks. I know the Clerks joke.
I did not catch that reference.
Boulders.
Yeah. Yeah, every kid knows about the boulders.
You need to pick boulders with your kid.
Yeah, now I know about the boulders too.
You pick boulders with your kid before you flag people.
Oh, so speaking of boulders on a different subject real quick. So I was going through a lot of this stuff when I came across that Batmobile. And one of the things I found that I completely forgot it existed. Do you remember the He-Man toys where they had the guys that folded up into a boulder just like the Rock Lords?
Yes, I do.
I found one of
two.
those, and I was looking at it first like, God, this thing looks so familiar. And I'm looking at it. I was like, damn, that's a He-Man figure.
There were two of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was the blue one, and I think the other one was gray, I think.
Yeah, and they both had really generic names, right? Like
Yeah,
Rockar.
one was like Rockar. Yeah, something like that.
Shit like that. Yeah, of course. Those were what we what going to the toy stores we would call peg warmers because no one like that when they were out, no one would pick them up.
Yeah, it's funny. Well,
I don't.
You have you caught some of the stuff I've been doing with Vinny now on that new show that I do, Collectible Past?
I here and there. I
watched that.
As much lately.
Now we have a really good one coming up tomorrow where we're going to be doing Masters of the Universe. I did manage to get a Castle Grayskull. The wife had ordered it and got it on a discount with her Target card and her red card and all the other whatever. And she got some good discounts on it. Got it really cheap. So I wound up getting that and I reviewed it. And this thing was absolutely amazing. So we're getting a panel together. ETEP's going to be there. Liam Gray's going to be there. Of course, me and Vinny are going to be there as well. And we're going to be talking about all this master stuff. And I actually got a few other figures that I'm doing reviews on as well. And one of them is going to be Mosquitor, which I didn't realize. It was one of the last.
He was dope. He was.
It was one of the last. It was one of the last that they made for the Masters line before they canceled it.
He was one of the low key dope ones. He was fucking. Yeah, I like that one. See, who was the ninja one?
What's that?
Who was the ninja one? Ninjor? That dude was awesome too.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that. That's a good one. But no, we had a wonderful discussion on Monday too with Ghostbusters. Man, that was so much fun.
What was the ninja one, Tommy? He had the same head as Judo.
Well, I know there was Jitsu. Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah, he had the same. because you know they used to recycle the same fucking.
Well, yeah, they
head
recycled
body.
most of the parts.
There was a ninja Skeletor side one.
Ninjor.
Okay, that guy. Yeah, he had the same. He had the same mold as Jitsu.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see where they're going to go with that line. A lot of those Origins retro ones are truly amazing. It just reminds me so much of the older figures. I'm having a lot more fun talking about that stuff than I do like a lot of my compatriots over there in United Underground where they're talking about a lot of the pop culture stuff. Don't get me wrong, that stuff is interesting to get it on a panel and talk about. For me to just run a live stream and talk about it, I would be bored within like 20 minutes by myself trying to talk about that stuff. I couldn't do it.
That's how I feel about the Star Wars stuff. I could contribute probably about 3 or 4 things of Star Wars talk to these 4-hour conversations that some of these people used to have.
No, don't get me wrong. I've gone on a few. I've been on OG Star Wars channel a couple times talking about the EU because I'm fairly well versed in the EU. Granted, I probably haven't read as many of the books as her or maybe Steve Kenobi have read, but I've read more than my fair share of them. So I know a lot of the back stuff that Disney actually just wiped out or they picked from. Like I heard about that Boba Fett one that they picked all kinds of trash from and then threw the rest out and just I can't even. I won't watch it.
All right, there's Ninjor. You see how he has kind of the same head as Jitsu?
Mm-hmm. I'm imagining that if they keep the Origin retro line going, they'll make one of him too.
He came with nunchucks. That's awesome.
You ever notice that all those ninja figures always came with a compound bow like that?
Yeah.
Like even Storm Shadow in the G.I. Joe line had a compound bow like that in the second year that they put them out.
What's a Star Wars? Something that everybody milks to death.
Yeah.
On their channels. Yes. That's what it is. I guess that's what you could say it is.
Tommy doesn't milk it.
No green milk for me, thanks.
Yeah, especially not Star Wars milk. Blue alien puppet soy titty milk.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Green titty milk.
Yeah.
Fresh off a walrus.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the fuck that thing was, a 4-titty walrus.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know that's one more than in Total Recall.
At least the 3-titty girl in Total Recall was hot.
Yeah, in the first one.
Oh my god, that's right. They did it in the second one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the second one once.
Once.
Oh my god. I can't see that again.
Oh, I got a good one coming, Slasher. Something I haven't seen in a good number of years. I picked up The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and The Return of the King. The original animated. Yep.
That's so.
Got them actually relatively cheap too. I've been looking for them for a while, and all of a sudden, a bunch of people had them up on the eBay. I was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
That's the most I knew of Lord of the Rings was those cartoons from back in the day. I used to read those.
You know, I tried to sit through the Lord of the Rings twice. I don't see what everybody else sees in it. I mean, I get bored on that. Now, I will say that I watched the Hobbit trilogy. I didn't mind that, but the Lord of the Ring ones, I have a hard time sitting through them.
Tommy, tonight I watched The Driller Killer for the first time. I have never sat through a single Lord of the Rings movie. I guess I could be called an idiot for doing that. I just was never into Lord of the Rings.
Hey, Slasher, do you know who this is?
Batista.
As Tong Po.
That's Batista.
Yep. As Tong Po.
Jesus fucking H Christ.
Look
He
at
loves it.
the hair. He's got like the weird Tong Po braids.
Okay, wasn't he Lobo on Smallville?
Oh, I don't remember. Tommy?
I hardly anybody remember Smallville.
I have no clue. I never watched
Oh, a
that.
lot of people watch Smallville. I didn't. I watched it here and there.
I remember they did a Lobo on what was that, Krypton or something?
Yeah,
or whatever.
that
And they
was,
had some guy with like an Aussie voice.
and he wasn't a big jacked up maniac. He wasn't all roided out.
Let's see.
He was in that stupid movie that we watched. Holy shit.
No, it wasn't Dave Batista.
We watched, yeah, when JJ was still here with us, we watched Army of the Dead in the backstage. Yeah. Great Batista movie. No, not really.
Oh, there's actually an actor in Smallville whose real name was Lobo. But I can't find the name of the actor.
Yeah, I'm gonna be running for a while, so anybody wanna come through? Get another person coming through. I'll throw the link in the chat. Seems to be pretty chill so far, so.
Goodness. Trying to find who played Lobo on Smallville. It's actually really hard to find.
I thought it was Batista, but I could be wrong because I didn't watch Smallville. But I mean, I saw episodes here and there. I saw they saw not Barry Allen. It was supposed to be the one after Barry Allen. It's Bart Allen. Anyway, it was one of the Flash speedster characters.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I see he was played by Emmett J. Scanlon on Krypton. He was played by Brad Jarrett in Justice League, John DiMaggio on Justice League, Fred Tasticore, Lego DC Shazam, and David Sabaloff on Young Justice.
Okay.
It's probably the Krypton series that people are thinking of.
Yeah.
Because it's live action and it's like Superman based. Because yeah, it doesn't look like he ever appeared on Smallville. I'm gonna guess it's the Emmett guy from Krypton, who is not as jacked as Dave
Not
Bautista.
even close.
No. Let's see.
Are you kidding me? Batista looks like he eats a bowl full of roids every morning.
You remember the ice bucket challenge? He basically got in a bathtub full of ice water, and he's like, "I'm a wrestler. You know,
Well,
ice is my religion."
Bathtub full of roids. That dude
Ice
is like,
roids.
he's like the living roid.
Yeah, Anti-Derivative. Yeah, it's just one of those shows I tried. I really did. I couldn't get through it. I don't know. I don't know if it was the pacing in that one. The pacing in that one doesn't seem to be as good as it was on The Hobbit. The Hobbit seemed to move a little bit faster. I tried watching, what was that one with Adam Driver, The Last Duel, and I literally fell asleep in the middle of
Okay,
it.
is that the one with fucking oh shit, the one with Affleck and Matt Damon? Is that?
I know it's got. I'm pretty sure it's Matt Damon that's in it. alongside him co-starring. But yeah,
All right,
I
man.
got halfway through and I just passed out, and I woke up at the end.
My sister was making fun of that movie the other day. I think that's the one she was making fun of.
I kept hearing such good things about it too. Now, I
Well,
think the
you
best thing
gotta
about the whole movie was the end where they actually had the duel. That was the best part.
But who is the main characters in the movie?
These two guys that were like they were knights, and then that was Damon and Driver. They were the two main characters.
Oh, okay.
And like towards the end, Driver sleeps with his wife, and it's a duel over honor.
Okay. Doesn't sound like something I want to watch anyway. Listen, I don't mind Ben Affleck. Yeah, I know a lot of people hate Ben Affleck. I more dislike Matt Damon than Ben Affleck. Oh, I don't like Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, everything Matt Damon is, he has to be the smartest and the coolest and the toughest. You know, it's every goddamn movie with Matt Damon in it. So when I watched the end of The Departed, I was like, thank you. All right, so Moira and
right.
Carol are gone.
Carol Slaughter. All right.
I'm
All right.
still here.
Call me crazy.
here?
And
I'm still here.
I know I went on and on about how bad that movie was we watched tonight, but I think I found the version with all the stuff in it that was removed.
You can't make me watch it again.
I know I'm not going to ask anyone else to watch it, but I think I kind of want to watch the stuff that wasn't in the version that we saw.
By the way, you keep saying the stuff. The stuff is another movie.
The stuff.
Ew. Killer Ice Cream.
I'm seeing like a whole bunch of stuff I don't remember. Shots of the band. I remember this. Okay, this is where we cut out. And then not even just like drillings, but other story-based scenes.
Is there more band performances?
Oh,
Because then I'll watch it.
Please,
And
no.
a drill kill. Oh my god. This is like a snuff.
He just wants to get to the crucifixion scene. That's all he wants.
You know it.
His night will be complete once he gets to that.
Oh, there's the guy that looks like a young Lenny Kravitz. The guy that put on the lipstick and then brushed his teeth.
Idiot.
We also had young Morgan Freeman. So.
Yeah. I was
Guess
trying
we're
to put my
gonna-
finger on who this guy looked like. That's what you guys know what I'm talking about. That guy, he looked like a short-haired Lenny Kravitz. From the band.
Oh, okay.
He was one of the musicians too. Let's see. Abel Ferrari stuffing his face with pizza.
The Stuff.
It's the worst movie.
Tommy.
Oh,
Tommy. You ever heard of this movie? The Stuff.
I've heard of it.
Killer
I
Ice-
remember seeing it on regular TV a long, long time ago, and I remember it was pretty boring.
Killer Ice Cream.
Oh, yeah.
We have that occasionally, and we usually end up with it's caused by listeria.
Oh, bruh. Dude, this is an important story scene. When Carol Slaughter comes home with a bag full of groceries and she finds a painting that we never saw. It just says, "I'm sorry." And then she sits down to contemplate. That's important shit.
So this was left out from the cut we watched.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure this, I don't think I saw that part at all. You know, we had to skip over like 25 minutes. So yeah, there's a whole painting.
We didn't have to skip over it. It could have been 25 minutes of that guy's face.
Well, we didn't have a choice at that time.
Run.
Oh, two of the girls in bed together. Damn.
There was that drilling scene I was talking about.
Yeah. Well, I just saw a guy on the street getting drilled in the head. I haven't seen the crucifixion yet. Oh, there he's going after. Okay, so we did see that. He's going after Carol.
Sorry.
Oh, I think he's drinking a Red Stripe. You guys ever drink Red Stripe?
Oh, that Jamaican beer.
Oh, I
It's a
remember
ginger
it.
beer. It's a Jamaican ginger beer. Yep.
Yes. I used to love Red Stripe.
Came in those like little medicine bottles.
Yeah. Little squat, stout shaped bottles. Oh, I used to love that stuff. Red Stripe is good. Looks like that's what he's drinking. Like 1979. Oh, and Carol's makes a phone call. She goes to a payphone and makes a phone call. That's why that guy, you know, her rebound guy, just shows up out of nowhere. Of course he did, because we didn't see the phone call. Wow, man, I honestly kind of want to go back and just watch the stuff and just like watch it through. As bad as that movie was, I do feel kind of cheated by.
I feel like I do feel like I missed stuff, but it's still really. I don't think it would make that much of a difference.
Well, it's Brian. Brian was said that this, like, you know, that the true version of this movie was good. And I'm like, I don't see how any cut of this movie could be good. But for Brian, at least.
I also still might be pissed about the bands.
For Brian Christgau, and for my curiosity, I think later on when I go to bed, I'm going to go back and just watch the missing parts.
You're gonna pinpoint the drilling parts.
Well, I'll see them. Yeah, I only got to watch like a 25-minute section of the movie, but yeah, I can't find the crucifixion either. I'll have to watch it through to see it.
All right. Well.
Oh, drilled.
If anything happens, let me know. And I'll be like, yo, send me the clips.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be here for at least another 25 minutes, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I think I'm just gonna let it play while we're talking.
I see one of the comrades is in the chat.
Comrade?
Oh, hello.
Oh, biscuits.
Comrade question? Let's see. Oh, I see them. Already hidden on channel.
Come to say hello. And
Whoa, Jill.
I say goodbye.
Man, anti-derivative Jill after dark. Saying hooray beer. It's getting frisky.
Red Stripe was her favorite beer.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, it's good. Red Stripe is good.
Those are the ones with the little pill bottles. Like, right? It was like little medicine.
Yeah.
Smaller bottle, yeah.
Yeah, man. Red Stripe was delicious.
I don't know if I ever had Red Stripe.
Right, I haven't had beer in like 6 years, and now I'm like, oh, I could go for Red Stripe.
He's craving a Red Stripe.
I guess I'll be right back.
He's going to be out at the local
going to get a Red
convenience. You're going to be out at the local convenience stores like a junkie. You guys got any Red Stripe in here?
Come to the streets for some Red Stripe. Good God.
Horrifying.
So I already have the movie lined up for next week, Tommy, if you want to come to it. Anyone want to come through for next week's movie?
I'll see if I can make it. I'll see what's going on. I mean, like I said, I know usually Wednesdays is usually a rough day for me because it's usually one of the days I avoid
Yeah, I know.
everything because it's one of 2 days that she has off. So, but I think she might actually still be. She might be up north. I'm not sure. I'll have to say.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Cool. Anyone ever heard of this movie called Deadly Friend? That's
Yes, I remember that one with the girl.
And
BB.
there's a down.
BB. More? You never heard of it?
No, I just thought it was funny. His way of explaining it was, yeah, the one with the girl. Not many movies that don't have a girl in it.
No, she's a girl who gets I can't even really remember it. She's like a abused daughter that gets turned into a robot killer somehow.
Oh, good lord.
Something like that.
Having fun.
Oh, there you go, Slasher. There goes one of the jackasses
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, later, bro.
They got nothing better to do with their lives.
Clearly not. Where was that outrage when he made fun of other people who were sick or dying?
Oh, yeah, well, that don't matter to them because according to them, that was all comedy.
Oh, this is comedy then.
No, I find it
Yeah,
comical.
exactly.
I find it comical that happened then.
This is comedy then, yes. Okay, I guess now we're going into late night comedy out. We're going. Da-da-da-da.
Was it a skit?
Yeah, that's what he would say. It's a skit.
Fuck your skit.
Yes, this is us being characters.
Yes,
Shove your
Testify was amazing.
right up your ass.
He
being
inspired our
char-
sense of humor that
we're
we're
being-
using now.
We're being characters, which
Yeah.
was a message
It's
I
just a
got
skit.
sent, which was what a message I got sent by this particular person when he came onto the stream where Tommy was here, and
Oh, another bot.
and they came in and they were talking shit about Tommy's dead parents. Yeah, those
Oh
people.
yeah.
Those people.
So yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Testify
Oh, I
helped
see.
inspire the sense of humor that we now have.
Yeah.
This is a testament to his legacy.
And we gotta show sympathy.
Well, I will not be pressing F to pay respects.
I'll be
But I
pressing
see
up.
what I just missed.
I'll be pressing up for fuck you. That's what I'll be pressing up for.
Oh my God, I'm getting a call from the security company. The restaurant where I worked back in 2015 never took me off of the call list. So, yeah, all the way out in like Warren, Michigan, the restaurant is probably, they tripped the alarm on their way out, which it's right about now is the time they would be going home. And
I was going to say, if it was an actual call, you should ask them if they have any red stripe.
no, it's not that kind of restaurant. Oh man, yeah, but I still get calls whenever they trip the alarm, which is funny.
Ooh, sorry, sneezing fit.
How dare you?
Now you
There
gotta
we
be-
go.
you gotta be like,
It's an allergy to bots. Oh, look, more bots. See, this is
wow.
what they got.
Oh,
They
wow.
got nothing better to do.
Oh wow, like 5 in a
oh, that's
row.
impressive.
Yeah, hey, we got 5
Actually, it's
watching
more like
now.
6.
All right. Before I handle this, is someone else gonna handle this? That's,
What?
I wish I could, but I can't have YouTube and StreamYards open at the same time
Oh.
right now.
Jill and I have it. Yeah, no, Jill and I have it under control.
Gotcha.
Oh, don't forget to report them too. That's always fun because it eventually goes
Yep.
back and
I
it'll
wonder
get
if
them
there's a
yeeted.
duck face.
Yep. And yeah, thank you. Let's see.
You know who else?
For
Had a family? You know who else had a family?
harassment.
JJ. You know who else
I
had
tell
a
you,
You know who
yeah,
else-
absolutely.
Everybody they made fun of had a family.
You know who else had a family? Admiral Doom. That guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had a family. Didn't know him. I know he had a family though. They had families.
How much fun to sit there and attack a grieving widow. How comical that is, right?
Right?
Give me a break.
Yeah.
I,
I wonder how long they've been lurking in the shadows.
I like how the
too.
nutsuckers are coming out. The nutsuckers are coming out.
You know what? I wish they would reenact that scene or that they talked about in Clerks, where apparently the one kid tried to go down on himself and
Well,
did he make it? Yeah, his balls were resting on his chin.
Maybe
Wow.
since he
actually made
died,
it.
maybe since he died, someone went down into the basement and let the gimps loose. They opened up the crate and all the gimps came crawling out. And yeah, I'm still running, bitch. Suck my fucking balls. Oh, you little minions. You little minions that fucking latched onto a guy that would have set your house on fire if you crossed him the wrong way.
No, he would have set their house on fire if he thought he could get more views out of it. Oh, there's the next one. I think they've got about 2 more. Because when they did it on Shellback stream before we nuked them all, I want to say there was about 6 or 7 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and a couple on Bills.
Yep.
Oh, you got them. All right.
Losers stroking it to another loser. Wow, you guys are so stunning and brave.
Yep. And bravely stunning.
Oh, okay. And now I can report this as misinformation because it's a lie.
I mock a man who mocked other dead people. Oh.
I see dumb people.
Dancing on his grave. Yeah, I'm dancing on his grave. I'm dancing on it. Yeah. Sure am.
He never mocked those people. Oh boy.
I said what goes around comes around.
Funny.
I said what goes around comes around. You put
you know what? I think we're
of my friend
we're at the point though. Slasher. I think we're at the point though. We just got to stop even paying attention to them. As soon as they pop in the chat, just nuke them and just don't even give them another word because they're not worth a breath.
That's fine.
That's what I do.
We said what we had to say. We're done with them.
Yeah.
It's not worth it because all they want to do is get a rise out of you.
Mock
That's
my friend.
all they want to do at this point.
Mock my friend's death. You could suck my dick. There you go. Boom. So if you're going to fucking put a troll thing in the chat, that means you are going to suck my dick. That means you're going to come to my house and suck my dick. That's what it means.
No. Have them meet you on the street corner where they belong.
I don't know if you want that, Slashers. I'm pretty sure that those guys never finish.
They got that gonorrhea in their throat, dude. You don't want it.
Oh,
That
that's
true.
the future governor, ladies and gentlemen.
All right,
I forgot about that for a minute. My bad.
You know what? I'll put a condom on. There you go.
Nice. Protection first, buddy.
How many loads they probably took of his down their throat?
In fairness, you're talking about this while I'm on the stream, but I am the asshole. Alpha loser. No truer words have been spoken, my good sir. No truer words have been spoken.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know what? I'm starting to think this actually is testified. I don't think he's actually dead. I think this is testified.
Doesn't matter.
This is the exact same kind of shit to testify would say.
It does not matter whether he's alive or dead. It makes no difference. Also, Slasher, I left you a short message. It's up to you, but it's entirely up to you. That is also misinformation.
I love it.
Moira is very entertaining.
I love how he brought up the fucking. I didn't even say his name, and then the minions come in.
Yeah, he pretty
They-
much gave himself away at this point when he mentioned that, because that goes back far enough. That's something he would have said.
That means Alpha Loser
Well,
wants.
you gave yourself away, Alpha
Wait, wait,
Loser. You
wait.
gave yourself away.
Alpha Loser.
Testify's not fucking dead.
Wait, Alpha Loser
Did
comment.
anybody find any obituary published in his area at all that shows
No.
he actually died?
Wait, Moira. Alpha Loser commented. That means Alpha Loser wants to suck my dick.
Yep. We got a
If you
dick
want-
sucker, ladies and gentlemen. Step
you
right
want-
up to
if
suck
you
his
want-
dick.
If you want to keep commenting on Testify, that means you want to suck my dick. Okay?
Oh,
Okay.
we got another dick sucker.
We got another dick sucker. Another.
Man, they're lining up to suck your dick tonight.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
They're a bunch of lonely individuals.
This is the best birthday I ever had because I'm gonna get a suck off. Holy shit.
Unfortunately,
God,
the best that they can manage is long distance virtual sucking. So
I don't know. Like my agreement was like you have to show up in my neighborhood to suck my dick, and like holy shit, this is like four of them.
Slasher, I would almost guarantee you these are the same type of pathetic losers that probably sat in the World of Warcraft taverns having virtual sex with other characters. I would bet you.
I'll have a handful of singles, and you can meet me at the Pure Avenue train station, and I'll have a fistful of singles.
Why are you giving them dollars? Give them pennies. Throw them at
Don't
them.
give him money. It's your birthday.
I didn't. I said I'll have a fistful of singles. I didn't say I'm going to give it to them.
Fairy Kitten, am waiting for humongous. Huge ass.
I'm a fandom.
Looking for a huge ass.
I'm a fandom.
Brando.
Reject. I don't know what that is.
Can't go looking for the sense in it, man.
I know everyone kept saying even Worm Food was saying people were fandom rejects, as I was called that once by that person.
Oh, snap.
I don't know. It comes from his own pathology.
I tell you what though, I hope you guys did clip it, and I hope you play it on YouTube, because once you play it on YouTube without consent, we can go ahead and start striking any channel that you play it on. So go ahead, be my guest.
On top of the fact that you're going to have to explain why we're saying this, including making fun of widows and dead people that you've been doing.
Oh, putting things up on Twitter, like you have stamps of dead people, like you're a World War II pilot. Oh, shit like that, right? Shit like that, right?
Yeah. Also, another person to suck your dick. I'm going through and reporting every one, trying not to hit Jill.
Oh, and considering the names like the Rosetta they're adding, I'm sure she would love to know that her name is being butchered.
I'm surprised that one of these jerk-offs hasn't gotten creative and tried to use someone else's avatar. You know,
Why
like
are
they
you giving
used
them,
like
don't
they,
give them
you know,
ideas, you dumbass.
Moira, like they used to do. You know, like
Now
they
they're
used
gonna do it.
to do, Moira.
Fairy Kitten says, "Fight me in Knoxville."
And yeah, this turned into a fucking beef stream. It really turned into a beef stream. So
Well, I knew it was going to. Moira, you're an Orthodox nun. Moira's
Fight
getting
me.
holy.
Fight me, Darius. No, she was like the John Wick of her day. they killed her husband, and she fucking flipped out and killed a whole bunch of people for killing her husband. And I forget her name. Her name is Saint Olga of Kiev.
Yes. Yes, Jill.
You are correct, Jill.
You are correct, Jill. And everything that I fucking did and said tonight reflects this motherfucker and all his little nut-sucking minions. His nut-sucking minions. You
Triggered
all
nut-sucking
suck his
minion.
balls. You all suck his dead, maggot-ridden balls. And you will continue to do so.
Rick Kenton says, I prefer my beef with tasty curtains.
And I will fuck all of you with a hot curling iron. Fucking sleepaway camp style. Just
Good lord!
In Minecraft.
Holy crap, man!
Just sleepaway camp style, right up your ass with a fucking hot curling
Oh
iron.
my god, what kind of camp
Fuck
did you
you.
go to, bro?
In Minecraft.
Jeez, man.
Because fuck these motherfuckers.
Woo.
They disrespected my friend JJ. And they can fucking go to hell. Fuck all of them.
Yep.
Fuck that piece of shit that they defend. And try to keep the legacy of douchebaggery. Anyway.
Dead or
now
alive.
Now
Yeah, that
I'm gonna
motherfucker ain't even dead.
now I'm gonna wrap this up. So thank you everyone in the chat. I'm not gonna go scrolling through up this, but
Oh, when we end the stream, I'm gonna tell you something awesome to help with your
That's-
channel.
Hmm.
Darius.
All right. Hey, as you can see from my avatar, I have been assimilated by the Guinea Pig Collective. But my usual one is this nice Yitza Lemons illustration. I'm your friendly neighborhood cyborg cowboy, Darius Munchausen. Don't worry about it, however you pronounce it. You can usually catch me Monday night, as long as I'm feeling good. And who knows, maybe I'll start adding other times. And I always like to show up here on Wednesdays with Slasher, sometimes on Jedi Bills. You can see me around. And yeah, and if you need help with anything, just let me know. I'm always happy to help a friend, because I think we're all in this together. And you can find me at youtube.com/DariusM.
Thank you.
Speak of the devil. Hey, Jedi Bill.
What up, Bill?
Jedi Bill.
Careful, homie. It's an infestation. They might try to scurry and follow you. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, watch your step, Bill.
I'm closing down. Thank you for coming through at the end, John.
Oh, soup time?
It's time for some soup.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the most hated guinea pig on YouTube. And apparently, there's a lot of people that don't like me, and I don't care because you don't mean anything. You know what? It's mind over matter. I don't mind because you absolutely don't matter. But you can always catch me over on Time in the Guinea Pig Collective, where we talk about old toys, retro toys being done right, and old movies every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We have going old school retro discussions where we get a panel of people together and we talk about those things that we love from the past so much. Sometimes you get to see Slasher there when he's able to show up. And one of these days, Darius, we're going to have a topic where you could jump on as well. I mean, I do believe you're in that chat, if I'm not mistaken. And if you aren't,
Both of them.
okay, all right. I had to make sure. And then, of course, at 7:45, after Red Gaze has the probe, Vinny and I go in with Collectible Pass, presented by United Underground. And, of course, this week we're going to have a big Masters of the Universe one with Vinny and I. And, of course, Liam Gray and ETEP will clean up the place to be reviews. So we're going to have a lot of fun talking about Masters of the Universe and ignoring stupid people like that. because you don't matter, loser. But anyway, guys, remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. Awesome. Happy birthday, Slasher. It was great talking with everybody here on the panel. It's great seeing the real people that are in the chat.
Yeah, it is. The actual fucking humans. Oh, by the way, Tommy, I have a suggestion for a retro panel. The RoboCop movies as a collection.
Oh.
We could definitely do that because we could also lead into all the toys too.
Yep. Exactly. And hey, Carol's not muted, so
I'm not.
no.
I also don't have
Carol.
a channel. I don't have a channel, but I co-host on Jedi Bill's stuff.
I built Carol up for that. Okay.
On his soup, his karaoke's. Sometimes you can find me at LDG's if I'm not mad at him. Captain Trek, when he gets his computer, we'll be doing the morning brew again in the mornings. And I stalk Darius. And I live in the
Yeah, but
tree.
you're always welcome.
You like it.
Yeah, call me up on the tin can string phone.
Hells yeah. And
Well,
yeah,
you two were using sexy voice back and forth right there. That was funny.
Oh, don't you know we're dating?
Yes, that's what I've heard. Allegedly.
I've heard that too. I was told that the other day that you and I are a couple.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me at first.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need you to do the dishes tonight, okay?
Ooh, yeah. I gotta go. Let's see. Where's my runaway?
Yeah, no. But yeah, I stalk the chats. I stalk Darius. I stalk a little bit of everybody.
So if you do a channel, what the hell do you think you would do a channel about? Do you think you would have a certain topic to do a channel? Or maybe
I don't
branch off to a couple different things?
Maybe a couple of different things. I don't want to put that much. I don't want to have that kind of a commitment because it's a lot of work and
you could do
you guys put a lot of shit into this. I don't.
5-minute video of you clipping your toenails, and it would probably be a fucking.
You know, we don't like feet. There will be no feet on my channel if I have a channel.
All right,
no
I'm
feet.
just saying.
No feet allowed.
All right, you could do a 5-minute video of you making a sandwich. Whatever.
I can make a sandwich. No, I don't know.
There you go. Boom. You have your first video lined up.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the sandwich making channel.
Yeah, there you go. The sandwich unveiling. You know.
I don't have a Twitter or a Discord, but you can find me on that Instagram thing.
Yep, the link is in the chat.
The link is in the chat, and that's
thing.
about it.
I got you.
Thanks for having me, and happy birthday!
Thank you, thank you. And Moira's muted. Still here, Moira.
Sorry. Yeah, my shit's pretty unpredictable. There is no set time I'll be on YouTube, so I have really nothing to declare.
Same thing.
So
well, all right.
Subscribe to Moira. Her link is also in the chat.
But thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we love almost all of you.
No, thank you.
All the
Darius,
real ones.
Almost all of you. Except for the nutsuckers.
I'm worried about Darius.
Look at them feet, Darius. My God.
Oh, what's that?
Are you showing Brie Larson with like fucking the gangrene, whatever she has right now? Is that what that was? I looked away for a second. I looked up. I saw Terminator feet in high heels. Wait, show that picture again.
No, please don't.
All right, look away, Carol.
All right, I'm looking away.
All right, if her skin was burned off, I'd be a Terminator's foot.
Yeah. We were able to save the feet.
Freaking feet.
Nah, lose the feet.
Deej.
For you.
Thank you, Deej, for coming through. Yeah, Deej with your creepy mask.
It
and
was
your red
Deej.
It was
Those-
me, Slasher.
furry.
It was me.
Those feet are the things of nightmares.
Brian.
Chill. Yeah, at least my name covers up some of the toes.
Jill, thank you. Pop culture, thank you. Sentinel, thank you. Chris Knight, thank you. Vigilante, thank you. Alright, the rest is gonna be fucking bots if I scroll down this. Alright, wait. Games, not a bot.
GMC.
The rest is gonna be fucking asshole nation.
You should
Right,
play
fuck
that
it.
clip from Christmas Vacation where those people are walking into the office and goes, fuck you, fuck him, kiss my ass. You're, like, as they're going in, he's just talking shit. As they're
Oh,
going into
Half-Baked?
the office.
Yeah, that was half baked.
No. That's when he got mad at everybody. He said, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out. And threw that burger and hit that dude in the face.
Yeah.
No. And Christmas Vacation in the beginning, right before he got, I think it was just after he was told that he wasn't going to get a Christmas bonus or something like that. Or no, he was trying to take a gift to his boss. And he was near the office and a bunch of people were going in and he was talking shit to them as they were going in.
Ryan, Jill, I know I said that, but sometimes I betray what I'm thinking. Yeah. Because people were
Yeah.
nice enough to come through and say things on my chat tonight. I know a lot of
If
people.
Tommy
don't
wasn't up here, he would have
I
been
know,
down there.
I'm saying I know a lot of people don't even bother watching my
One
streams.
of the raccoons are getting wild in the attic again.
It's nice when people do, but anyway.
Even Parrothead showed up, didn't he?
Oh man! Now I have to scroll back up.
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, he usually shows up and says, "Hey."
All right. Well, even if he did or didn't,
George Locust was through. Deej was through.
I know. I said later to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, Brian was
I
through.
finally found out tonight who
Brian.
George Lucas is.
Catman, D.D. Myers.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Brian,
Dee Myers was in here? Damn, I missed
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Consider
sorry,
backing
D.D.
Six
Myers.
Gun Gorilla.
D.D. Myers.
Oh. Yeah, he's
Yeah, but-
lovely. He is such a doll.
Yeah, surprisingly, Parrothead did not come through, which is surprising. Usually he's
Oh,
everywhere. He's another one.
Sentinel. Sorry, Sentinel. He came
Mhm.
through. He said hello. Happy birthday.
I think I'm gonna put a hole in the ceiling.
Sorry, there was
and,
so
like,
many.
put a camera up there.
There was so many of the fucking idiots that came through that I didn't want us to go through the whole thing. So
It
I
was
just
one or two idiots only.
stopped at the bottom. No, they were posting the same fucking comment like 4 in a row.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that like.
Copy paste.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Where have we heard
Oh
that
my
before?
god. Where have I
Oh,
heard that
boo.
before? Where have I heard that before? Anyway, good night, everybody.
Love
Good night.
you. Chicken grease.